This is Grand Master Belial, addressing all warriors of the First Company. Forged from countless ships in the seething forces of warp space, a space hulk has been deposited here by the uncaring tides of the immaterial. I have dubbed this drifting lair of abominations Olethros. A hive swarm of tyrannids already besets the system. So while the honored warriors of the Deathwing embark upon the purging of this space hulk, our brothers shall assist the Astra Militarum and Imperial Navy in destroying this tendril of the Great Devourer. Command of the assault belongs to an epistolary of the Librarian, a deadly battle psyker of the chapter. Leading a specially assembled squad, the Librarian will investigate abnormal auger returns and psychic emanations from within the space hulk.
Premonitions. The ether gifts me visions. I see a threat far more deadly than gene-hungry tyrannids. A scream, and a dark promise. A ship in the shadow, a relic from our secret past. I feel the tightness in my gut as I see a cataclysm as yet unseen. The Umbra Mortalis descends upon us. The shadow of death.
Brothers, the first scans of the Space Hulk have revealed a Dark Angel ship that dates back to the Age of Heresy. It is located in the heart of the Olethros Space Hulk. This ship from our ancestors seems to be protected by a mysterious energy field. Teleportation to the ship is currently impossible. The only way to reach it is through the main mass of the Space Hulk. Reaching this ship is your primary concern. Trust your battle brothers to deal with the rest of the Olethros. Brothers, retribution is at hand. It is our strength. We are the sons of Caliban. Let fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance be your song. We are the angels of death, and our enemies shall fall!
Hello there, Servo Skull. Hopefully this is going to be a nice, calm landing. Apothecary Yahum and Brother Belial. No, it's not Belial. Belial was the dude that we were just talking to. I forgot his name. But anyway, how's it going, Primes? Taking this Prime here, and I'm here with some Spacehulk Deathwing, well, Warhammer 40k Spacehulk Deathwing. And yeah, and I pretty much just started recording this because of the good reception of the last video of me just running around doing just random stuff. But yeah, I need to stop acting like I'm new to this. I've played this already. It's just, it's fun to me.
With Squad Gideon. Your sensorium should receive Gideon's beacon signal, though it will be weak. We need Squad Gideon to secure the breaching zone. Locate them as quickly as possible. When you are successful, proceed to secure the landing area to establish the full bridgehead. Praise the Lion.
Oh, deploy. I thought I still said something else. Never mind. Oh, Brother Nahum and Barchile? I know I butchered that name to high heavens. But yeah, we are me. And I am me. You are you. I never really played this class. I more play, as y'all could tell, the assault cannon. So when we start leveling up, I'm going to give him the plasma cannon, and I'm going to keep Nahum with just that. But this guy, once we hit the second level, I'm going to get the assault cannon because I'm an assault cannon main. But all right, let's do this for the Emperor. Confirm. There we go. Hello. Almost pressed circle thing. I was in Fallout for a second. Let's do this, brothers. So where's the Whew, damn.
So, we start seeking for Gideon's core. We're sending Gideon's beacon channel to you. Swift vengeance.
Let vengeance be your song. Yeah, this is the game that got me started into Warhammer, which is funny because I think that was like for a lot of people because of the Russian Badger when he did Space Marine 1 and Spacehulk Deathwing. I do have the original Space Marine, it's just I hate recording off my PS3. With my Transformers playthrough, with how I recorded the screen with my phone, I hate doing that. So, I hate's a strong word. I don't like doing that. So I'm just deciding not to do it. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a service goal. Okay.
We are not alone.
Oh, really? I don't know if I'll, nah, I'm not gonna worry about the relics. I'm not gonna worry about that. Because I want to say you don't level up in the story mode. You level up in multiplayer, but not regular story mode. But yeah, with the Russian Badger, yeah, he was the reason why I got into Warhammer. And at first, I just thought Warhammer was just the Terminators, and that's it. I mean, I had a feeling that there was like other versions. Blow up! There we go. Like other versions of like big armors, but I never really paid attention to it because I was just a huge fan of Terminators. Even like I was such a massive fan of Terminators that I'm trying to think for a second that I bought the McFarlane Warhammer guys, and that's when my knowledge of Warhammer kind of started branching out more. Like I know about the Tyranids, the Orcs, the Dark Eldar, the regular Eldar, the Elves, the Necrons, which are also my favorite. I like the Necrons. And the Chaos Lords. Whew, graphic. Now,
My prescient power lets me see a prediction of the future.
but that wasn't us though. Oh, the lag. Yeah, frame rate is not friendly, even on a new system. Okay, there they are. Boink! I kind of wish there was more paint options because, hey, you know what? Screw it. Story time! But yeah, with Spacehulk Deathwing, I became a bigger fan, or I became a fan of Hurry up and blow up already! There we go. I became a fan of Terminators, and then that branched off into finding more videos of Warhammer, and that turned into me enjoying Space Marine, and then that branched it out. Pretty much it was just me finding videos, and it's just branching out more and more. And then it branched out so much that when I got a Oculus Quest, I think it's 2? Oculus Quest 2, I ended up joining a Warhammer group. Now, they were part of the Blood Angels now. They're not the Primarch, but the Emperor of Man, because he like run everything. His name was Ludwig, and he was a little weird. Everyone was weird to the point where I got uncomfortable, and I kind of just started dipping out. But I remember I became a Terminator captain of, I want to say I was part of the third company, captain of third company, which was, I started off in second company.
May their shades fight on through the land. An apothecary team is going to retrieve their broken lands once the bridgehead is established. They will live on in honor.
Whoa, what's your
I have a
face?
signal return. Verify it first.
Okay. But yeah, I got, I forgot his name, but he saw me dressed up as a Blood Angel because for the longest time, I watched videos of an RTS game called Dawn of War. I always thought that the Blood Ravens were the originals. No, they're a descendant or a whatchamacallit it? This is embarrassing. I can't remember. A successor chapter or a successor thing. Ooh. Okay.
Sensorium is showing multiple returns in your area. Stay vigilant.
Okay. Was there a successor chapter? So when this dude invited me to join his little group on VR chat, I was like, holy cow, we're the Blood Ravens. But I started to realize that, the Blood Ravens got the white pauldron and the Blood Angels don't. They have the solid red with their wings. I just thought that the Blood Angels were the successor chapter, and this man, I want to say he was the only one who didn't take the whole game serious. And he thought it was kind of funny. He was like, wow, I never knew that someone thought the Blood Ravens thought they were the originals. And then I joined his group, and I was with them for a while. I think I was with them for maybe like 2 years. Yeah, I had to focus on work. I want to say I was out of school by that point too, but yeah, work and everything started getting in the way. And playing the VR with everybody, I started to know a little more information about Space Marines and all the different legions and species. Well, I was told because you could level up in the group, which was weird. I became a Terminator because
the defense grid at any cost. Our foes approach.
I'm gonna let them stop talking.
Activate local defensive systems to secure the bridgehead.
I wanted to become a Terminator, but I couldn't because I was in second company. Well, I was able to get a little leeway because for some reason, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was pretty decent at the VR combat. And I always did like a lot of run and gun VR games. Like those are my favorite, run and gun, acting like I'm Doom guy, but in virtual reality. And so I went to testing, and they were like, okay, you have the potential to become a Terminator, and I became a Terminator. And then I asked them if I could go back to second, which they didn't want me to do because they wanted to be lore accurate. But I did a loophole. I said, how can you want to be lore accurate with the stuff that I want to do, but yet you guys aren't lore accurate yourselves?
Strange signal echoes.
And the reason why I say that is because they got Primaris Marines with Firstborn, which is normal, but it's not. It's more rare because Primaris started, overtaking the Firstborn. And then they would have Devastators using non-Devastator weapons, which that I'm kind of iffy on, but I see as Devastators using only Devastator weapons. And that's also what I started off as in second company. I started off as like, a regular recruit, and then I leveled up to like a regular battle brother. And then I became a Devastator, and then I joined a Devastator side company or side squad. Became a captain of that, and then I became the Terminator. And apparently that was like the harder way to do it because they said it would take the longest, which was go from second company and go straight into pretty much into a Terminator instead of starting in first company and such as that. So I started using the assault cannons and just heavier weapons for the Terminator. And then I ended up leaving, and then I came back because of work. Stayed there for maybe a few more months, and I decided to leave because, like with all groups of people, oh, that sounded fucked up. With all groups, like roleplay groups, Call of Duty clans, and all that, they always end up putting the wrong person into quote unquote leading it. I want to say like a moderator. They always put the wrong people, and they did. They put a child, and the child had no idea what they were doing, no idea what they're talking about. And they wanted me to constantly play on the game, and I couldn't because I worked. So arguments started happening. A lot of assholes. Like, I know I said groups of people, but there were groups of people within that group that were just not okay. I would not want my family or friends to meet them because of how bad they were. But that's another reason why I left. I think there's a thing over here. I know I said I wouldn't grab any of the relics, but since this is going to be a long conversation, I might as well just do it now. Oh, another servo scope. I think I just destroyed it on accident. Whoops. Alright, how do I... Wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. Heal that boy.
Operation finished.
Oh, shit! I need you to heal me. Quickly. Thanks. A tactical retreat for victory later. Alright. Is there still more coming? Kind of. Okay, as I was saying, I just ended up deciding to leave. It wasn't a good goodbye. The first goodbye was a good one, like it was, you know, work. But when I came back, people just started getting annoyed because they were like, "Oh, he came back. How can he become a captain again?" But he left for like a few months, and I had to tell him, well, I was working a full-time job, which at the time when I came back, I was still working it. It's just I had to get my schedule fixed. But to cut the story short, I ended up making a custom Terminator within the group, basing it off of my infatuation, I guess, with the design of the Blood Ravens. So, you know, it's like the regular Terminator, red Terminator with, instead of being white pauldrons, I made them silver. And that's another story I'm going to get into. But, you know, I made that, or someone made them for me. They put Hellstorm missiles on his back, gave him an assault cannon, and a power chain fist, which is like, you know, a power fist, but with the chain sword on the tip of it, or on the side of it. Anyway, broken as shit. Like, it's not lore friendly at all, but I said, I don't care. But of course, people talk trash because that's how the group was. They always talk trash about people's design choices. But who cares? It's Warhammer. You know, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be ridiculous, but they took it too seriously. But with that, while being in that group, I ended up picking up the little tabletop guys. Now, I picked them up from someone I knew from high school. Wouldn't really call him a friend because he like broke the bro code of, like, you know, not dating your ex and all that. And long story, but I ended up talking to him again. I want to say maybe last year. I started talking to him again, and we started playing the tabletop game and everything. And he let me borrow his books, so, and I've already returned them because I got my own. But we started playing more and more and more, and then it started getting kind of ridiculous. Like, I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy playing Warhammer, listening, and hope. I forgot what this was doing. I think just giving power back to everything. Who is that? Oh, it was us.
The activation of the generators has woken a dormant gene stealers.
It is time to establish the bridgehead to allow the main force to breach. Go to your assigned battle zone with your command squad.
Okay. But...
Xenos are uncounted.
Yes, I see that, brother. But anyway, we played the tabletop, which I enjoyed it. He would whoop my ass because I didn't know what I was doing. And he wouldn't really teach me. He taught me the bare minimum. Like, when I say bare minimum, I mean bare minimum. And so he would always win fights with me. Well, then he introduced me to another one of his friends, and his friend, way older than both of us. Like, we're in our 20s. This dude was like, I think 35 to 30, 39. Like, this dude was up there in age, but he was chill. He mained orcs, and the guy that I was hanging out with, he mainly mained Tyranids. But I mained Space Marines. Now, we had a 3-wave war, but it was orcs versus, well, orcs and then versus Terminators. I beat my friend. For the first time, I beat him. But then I was left with the war boss. I forgot his name, but the guy that we were with, he had a war boss. And it was just me, it was just that war boss versus the, I want to say it was like 5 Terminators right then and there. Because I had a lot of Terminators. I just mained Terminators. But that was it. He ended up beating me with his war boss because his war boss had like a certain ability that wiped out half my group. But you know, that was that. And then a little on down the road, the guy gave me my own Space Marines. Of course, I bought them for like $50. They're pre-used or pre-owned. I repainted them into like the colors of the ravens, blood ravens. You know, with the dark red, the silver pauldrons instead of the white, and that was it. Literally, just get a blood angel and give them silver pauldrons, and that's it. But it's because you can also play as. I also did that because if I wanted to play any other Space Marine game, I could pick a blood raven, and there you go. There's my chapter right there, my custom chapter. I'm still trying to think of their names. I'm thinking of calling them just the Primes. I know, cheesy, because I'm a fan of Transformers. But then, you know, they're called Primaris Marines and all that. Originally, they were supposed to be a successor chapter to, successors to Ultramarines, because I liked Ultramarines, but I preferred Blood Angels with the red because of VR chat. Because of them, that's when I started really liking Blood Angels and Blood Ravens. But anyway, I'm starting to maybe think of making them a successor group to the Blood Angels, because it just makes sense, a little more sense. But anyway, I stopped playing the tabletop with the friend because he got to the point where it was like almost every single weekend. And with me living on my own, it got a little ridiculous, because it's like, hey man, you know, we're cool and all, but I just don't have to drive anymore to play a tabletop game. The game takes about 2 hours just to set up. I want to say it was like 2-3 hours just to set up, and then another 2 hours just to go back down the basics, you know, tell you what's going on, and then another hour just to get the board set up, like where everyone's sitting and taking the little turns, rolling the dice and all that. And then the game would last by like 4 hours. The game itself, you know, rolling the dice and be like, oh, I shoot you for 20 or something like that. And then I told him, you know, I'm going to have to call it quits for right now with the tabletop. And that's when he asked me, oh, well, if you're going to call it quits, let me just take back the Space Marines. And I texted him, I said, whoa, what do you mean take back the Space Marines? I bought them for $50 from you. I'm keeping the guys. And he said, well, I just want them to get used. And I said, they are. I'm going to be painting them, probably customizing them way more. Just don't be like, hey, I want them back. You know, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then he asked me about the book that I bought. He wanted that too. He just thought when I said, you know, I want to take a break, he thought I meant like I was done playing for good. Mission accomplished, brother. But yeah, that leads us to now. I don't play the Warhammer on VR chat anymore because the group is like filled with weirdos. The P words, the racists. Oh yeah, they were horrible people when I started, you know, like becoming like a higher rank of like moderation. It just became horrible. Even my fiance, she was like, just leave the group. It's not good. It's horrible. And so I did. But yeah, now all I do is pretty much just play Spacehulk Deathwing, Fallout 4 on my Xbox with Warhammer mods, and I'm so ready for Space Marine 2 to come out. I'm ready for it. But I also got a bunch of the McFarlane figures. I'm thinking of getting the Joy Toy figures, but they're like real expensive for being like really small. So I don't know about that. I only say that because I'm starting, the older I get, the more I like the smaller scale figures, because I can get more without it cluttering a bunch of space. But right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 Space Marines. One is based off of the Retributors. The Retributor animation was also another thing that got me into the Warhammer guys. I was going to make my whole chapter just the Retributors, but they're a little generic. When I say generic, I mean like there's no color. Come, brothers, we are going to go to a cheat spot so I can keep talking. You know what? Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to worry about the cheat spot. Not yet, at least. I forgot I had the ability, so because I'm a psyker. Damn! Angels. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 7. Yeah, I have 7 Space Marines. I've repainted them again because the original paint job, I based it off my Tabletop guys, which were just a very, very dark red with black and silver scratch marks. They were real rugged looking, like they were horrible looking. Now that I think about it, but yeah, I made them look like that, and then I had a Retributor, and then I had a Terminator, this is before McFarlane came out with their Terminator, but it was a 3D printed add-on kit for a Space Marine Primaris, and I used my Ultramarine that was painted red, and I just put the Terminator set on there, gave them a custom-made chain fist, 3D printed assault cannon, and just pretty much just thrown together Hellstorm missiles, which was 2 boxes from the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron blind box sets, the boxes, 4 big guys, 4 bottle caps that I painted the same red, and then some Lego pieces that I just glued together and just stuck it on top. So the Terminator, you can take the Hellstorm missiles off because of the studs of the Legos. You can take them apart and off and everything. But yeah, right now I am repainting them all, getting rid of all the black and silver scratch marks because it just looks, it's too much, you know. It looks more of like a black Space Marine, pretty much. Like there's no color, just black, just nothing else. So I got the paint thinner, got off all the red and black and silver paint off my Blood Angels, and I've noticed that the paint kind of, I guess, dyed the red plastic, because the red plastic is more of a vibrant red because it's a Blood Angel figure. But now it's a very dark red, which I like, and that's what I was going for, a very, very dark red. And yeah, I'm just repainting them. Right now, I'm probably going to be going to the comic book shop to pick up some more Mephiston Red. Yeah, Mephiston Red, I think. I got the cap right here. Mephiston Red, yeah. Going to use that to repaint the Terminator. The Terminator is like halfway done. I just got to repaint the legs because I end up getting blood coat, like the color of, like, you know, human blood, mixing it with black to make it darker, but it doesn't match that well with the Terminator, so I'm gonna have to redo it. But heal me, brother. I need an apothecary. Brother, heal yourself too. Brother, heal yourself. I die standing. But yeah. And then I got, ouch. Heal me, brother, please. And then heal the assault cannon, brother. Heal him. All these exploder guys are really messing us up. But yeah, I'm almost done with the Space Marines. I just gotta repaint a whole figure again. Just repaint them, because if I did the paint thinner, he would be blue. So I'm just gonna repaint him red. That would probably save on a lot of time. But yeah, that's pretty much my history of me having just Warhammer. Oh, I also started off as a big fan of the Tyranids before I really knew what they were, because I loved fighting the Broodlord. But yeah, I was pretty much a bigger fan of the Tyranids, and then I started becoming fans of the Necrons. May the victory reign for the Emperor. I don't know. Just trying to make small talk. Oh shit!
This is only the start. Commence the hunt for the fallen.
For the Emperor, brothers. Objective completed. Hell yeah. Ooh, new equipment, assault cannon. Side gates not used. Okay. Mechanicus cult. Total kills 400. Damn. Relics found 80%. Honor kills 54. Gene Stealers, Stalker Strain, Broodlord. Oh, and that's another thing. The guy that I played Warhammer with, he said me killing a Broodlord was BS. And I was like, alright, bet. I sent him a video of me playing multiplayer, but with the assault cannon build, and I just melted him. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hit next. Okay, command, devotion, psychic. Yeah, I'm just going to do one by one. Or, yeah. Your allies can now use plasma cannon. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do done, and then I will start
the ancient Dark
yeah.
Angel's ship in the heart of the Spacehulk. After finding out that Squad Gideon had been slain, we fought a horde of Xenos as we conducted investigatory missions to uncover this enigmatic vessel from our dark and distant past. The Deathwing moved to secure entry into the old ship, while we overcame the energy and psychic defenses created by the Gene Stealers. Hard fought was the battle, but the bridgehead had been established, and progress to our objectives continued. We are the Emperor's Blade.
For the Lion. For Sanguinius. For Horus?
We have encountered Gene Stealer hybrids armed with ranged weaponry. They're launching counterattacks against the perimeter, threatening the integrity of the landing zone on the Elethros. Looking at our scan data, the Tech Marines have advised that the hybrids may be able to sever the ship where our squads are currently
Holy shit, we're with
located
Tech Marines?
to
Let's go.
propel it into the gravity well of the nearby planet. To prevent this, we must disable the propulsion system in this sector. If the enemy succeed, we will be forced to withdraw and return in another costly breaching assault. Precious time and lives will be wasted. The Emperor abhors failure.
That's pretty cool, Tech Marines. And I could have sworn Tech Marines were their own chapter, because I remember I fought some of them on the VR chat thing, and they were like, oh, they're their own chapter. No, I'm thinking of the Iron Hands. They kind of look like them. I want to say Tech Marines is just their own little section. Like, my guys could have a Tech Marine. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and deploy, and I'm going to go ahead and get my Ooga Booga stuff. Of course, get the assault cannon, because I'm just built different like that. Oh, we get the Vengeance too. The Vengeance, I love it. We're going to see what Lightning Claw, we're going to give him the Plasma Cannon. 400 rounds, so that sucks. Is there anything else to look at? New. So I'm going to go ahead and just walk through, and then we're going to go ahead and end the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please down in the comments below, let me know why y'all enjoyed it. But if y'all disliked it, then I guess y'all are just a heretic to the Emperor. Anyway, but yeah, if y'all disliked it, down in the comments below, let me know why y'all disliked it so I can work on it in the future. But anyway, primes and brothers and sisters, this is all I have for today. Hope to catch on the next episode of Warhammer 40k Spacehulk Deathwing. This is Texas Prime signing out until all are one. And for the Imperium of Man.